What's up, everybody? We are back again for your Saturday mayhem. Told you we'd be back.
What's up, everybody?
And the haters hate to see us here.
Yeah.
I hope everybody had a good week. I've enjoyed my couple days off of work. What about you?
It was okay. I didn't go to work Friday.
Oh, you didn't go to work Friday?
Nah, I had other issues to take care of.
I feel you. It happens. I hope everybody had a good weekend. We're back again, episode 6, Kentucky Infidels. So we're doing things a little different today. We decided not to have one sole topic we talked about. We were like, we're just going to start talking and see where
We have no idea what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
We're still pretty much in the beta testing mode, just testing the water, so
we're dipping our toes into it. What has everybody been doing? We are actually was reading on Yahoo today about, I was watching the video where the shootout happened, where the reporter was doing the anniversary report on George Floyd's 1 year death, and the shootout happened behind him. So then I started watching some episodes of Tucker Carlson where he was talking about the murder rates in major cities since George Floyd died. You know what? The murder rate increased in Portland, Oregon since George Floyd died, and they voted to defund their police.
Oh, I'd say skyrocketed.
800%.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
It's crazy because the police can't do nothing up there. They have a liberal mayor up there and the governors.
And Minneapolis was like, this could be give or take 46%. Pennsylvania was up 40%. New York was up 20%. Miami was up. But like every major city that they talked about was 20% higher murder rate than this time last year.
Oh, I guarantee it because they know that the cops ain't going to do nothing.
No.
And you got part of Oregon, they wanted to leave Oregon. I forget that state. They actually have like a petition and put it on a ballot to vote. That part of Oregon, I forget, certain county, I don't know, we have to look it back up. But they want to join the state next to them. I forget what state that is.
Oh, exactly. That actually happened in Texas too, I think. They wanted to.
Yeah.
No, what somebody was trying to get a petition to leave their state and join Texas.
I ain't heard about it, but it probably was. But I know in Oregon there's actually part of it, and they actually have, I think it's going to be on the ballot and vote to join. I think it's Kansas. Or no.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't want to say. I should have looked that up. But anyways, they're certain counties, and they may end up doing it, maybe. But actually, Dad said they have a petition. I think it's actually going to be on the ballot and to join that next state over.
That'd be like.
I don't know if they'd be allowed to do it.
Louisville
federally
saying, "Hey, we want to leave Kentucky and be part of Indiana."
I wish they would.
Yeah, I do too.
It'd probably help a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
But I know,
watch Kentucky's crime rate drop.
And I know in West Virginia, and parts of Virginia can legally do this because Abraham Lincoln had put a thing in the thing when he was back during the Civil War. Because West Virginia used to be part of Virginia, then Abraham Lincoln put a thing that they can leave and can legally, and that's how West Virginia was formed. Because they didn't want to follow Virginia, they wanted to remain neutral. And but I think it was last year.
Like they what's that called? Like succeed.
Yeah, but they just started their own state, and Abraham Lincoln had signed a thing stating that they was allowed to do that, and I can't remember what I was in it, but I think it was last year before, when Democrats took complete control of Virginia and they put all these gun laws in control. The West Virginia governor put an offer out and said because it's only the northern part of Virginia that's completely liberal, but they have a lot of people.
Yeah.
Kind of like Louisville has a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if they keep getting people in there, and in Lexington, they can probably change Kentucky statewide elections.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. Virginia, because a lot of people from D.C. came down. And that's how they was able to take control of statewide elections. But West Virginia, the governor said, okay, there's still standing order that any county wants to join can. And that West Virginia still will accept them if the southwestern part of Virginia wants to join West Virginia. I was like, I hope they do it. And I think I've seen a lot of people post and they was wanting to do it, but I ain't seen nothing else about it.
That's interesting. For real, I couldn't imagine. I don't know. It'd be weird to think of like Kentucky splitting up like that. Hey, we want to be part of Ohio.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what? Why? Like what?
But I believe Virginia,
sucks.
like Virginia should, because in Virginia, a big part of the state is conservative.
Yeah.
But it's the northern part, a few little counties, and they control the whole state when it comes to statewide
Well,
elections.
that's like here. The biggest populations, Louisville or Jefferson County and Fayette County.
Yeah, I know.
So that's the biggest problem in every, like when you look at like the maps from the presidential voting.
Yeah, I know.
Trump always wins the rural areas, and then boom, right
The
in
big
the big
cities.
cities is where Biden won.
Yeah,
like
I know.
Atlanta, like that was why it was so disputed. Why? But they cut their voting off at such and such time. Okay, we're going to quit counting, and then
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
It kind of surprised me, though, Trump actually won several Democrat counties in Kentucky.
Yeah,
Like, he won Franklin County. He won every single one of them but Louisville and Lexington.
yeah, I think so.
He won Woolford County, which pretty much is always Democrat. Franklin
Yeah.
County, always Democrat. And he won every one of them but Louisville and Lexington.
And we're always the first state to report too. You notice that?
Yeah, I know.
We're the first state to, hey, you won our votes.
Yeah, I know.
As this past election when it popped up. Kentucky's 8 electoral votes go to Donald Trump. I was like,
Yeah,
man, like the polls closed 7 minutes ago.
Yeah, I guess they already knew.
We've given it to him already. And then I read an article about what about the Russian hackers shutting down the meat people?
Yeah, I know.
You know, you never think of that. Like when you're sitting around thinking, like, what could I do? What would a terrorist do to disrupt this country? You never think of shit like meat processing plants and.
Yeah, I know, but it's a good thing to do.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a good thing to do, but I guess in their perspective, it's a good thing to attack.
Main thing, but like you never would expect that, like meat.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well,
Goddamn hamburgers going to fucking skyrocket now.
be it like when they attacked that pipeline. You know those pipeline company paid. I didn't know that till like a week ago. That the hackers had control of the pipeline until they paid the ransom.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that. And it blew my mind. So the United States is in the business of dealing with terrorists now?
Apparently.
Okay, so what?
Joe Biden's a coward.
Yeah, what exactly? But what stops that now? Those terrorists, the hackers, from just doing that again?
Wait till they hit the damn grid.
Yeah.
They cut down later.
I mean, they shut down that oil pipeline. They showed there was like 2-hour waits at some gas stations out in other states, like North Carolina and stuff like that. I was like, good Lord. And gas jumped up and...
Yeah, and everybody's freaking out and they'd go up by fucking.
Yeah.
I seen people doing all
Filling
kinds of
their car
crazy
up.
shit.
They got 8 gas tanks lined up behind the trunk.
I
of their
seen people
car.
put it in plastic bags and shit. I'm like, people, what are they gonna do when they actually attack the grid, the actual electric and the internet?
Yeah,
People's gonna lose their shit because they don't know how to live without electric anymore.
that's like the meme I saw. It said the dude's talking on the phone. He's like, "My Facebook's down. You're just gonna have to describe what your dinner looks like."
I don't know. I ain't seen that, but that's about right.
Can't post a picture of your plate, man. What's it look like? What are you eating?
I look for people. I look for them eventually because Joe Biden's a coward. He ain't gonna do nothing about it,
No.
and they know that, and they're testing him right now.
The dude on the news the other day, he was talking about that. Okay, you know, Putin and the Kremlin and all them, they deny having any dealings with that. Of course, they're going to deny that.
Yeah,
But they were also talking about how those hackers over there in Russia are attacking all this stuff here. That's a good way that Moscow has made like legitimate jobs, because these hackers they're predicting are anywhere between the ages of 17 and 25.
Oh, really?
Hey, yeah, you sit at home and all you do is work on, and the guy even went as far as saying, they sit at home and all they do is try to hack things in the United States, and it puts a Lamborghini in the driveway for them. So obviously they're paying pretty good.
Oh, I'd say so. I'd say if it is Russia and it is to the government, I'd say they are, because it would benefit Russia.
What they're doing, they're just using these young hacker groups over there so that they have that plausible deniability. Oh, it wasn't us. We didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, there's this loose group over here.
But I don't know why that kid's driving a $300,000 car.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, I don't know if I trust the media. It's the media saying Russia. I don't know. And half our government I don't trust. Hell, it could be China for all I know. Hell, it could be our own goddamn government.
It could be Q.
Yeah, no. Trust the plan. It's coming.
Trust the plan. Trust the plan. Me and Thacker have a joke about the Q, man. If y'all are QAnon, I'm sorry. That's all I can say.
Hey, you got every right to believe in them, and
Yeah.
you should be able to believe in them if you choose to, and you should be able to post it on social media if you choose to. But
anything but,
come on now.
it's like we were saying.
When you gonna admit that it ain't right?
Yeah. Watching Joe Biden be inaugurated. And it made me laugh so hard the day you said that, because I literally saw stuff like that. You were like,
Yeah, no.
Joe Biden, people posting on Facebook, well, he has to be inaugurated so when he walks off that stage, the military can arrest him and drag him to a military tribunal to be held for his crimes. I'm like, the Q has lost its freaking damn mind.
And I even thought, I'm like, all right, when this shit don't go through, these Q people's gonna admit, okay, because it's all right to admit that you use food. Because when they first came out years ago, I kind of followed them.
Yeah, when I first learned what Q was too, like I won't even lie, I bought into some of the shit on when the election happened. Like,
Yeah.
Trump's waiting on the watermark stamp.
Yeah, no.
Election ballots to be counted, and he really claims these states. I'm like, I don't know how, though, now looking back.
Well, when they came out with the watermark thing, I keep thinking back. I'm like, it sounds kind of realistic, but come to think about it, if they put this much effort to cheat, they knew about that too. Because you can't fart in the White House without it getting leaked, so there's no way that you're going to secretly do this without the government knowing about it, the Democrats knowing about it, because Trump can't even come out of the bathroom without people saying how long he was in there for.
It took Trump 47 minutes to make a stool.
So there's no way he's going to do some type of covert operation without it leaking.
Yeah. It made me think too. You said the White House. I read a thing about one of the insurrectionists.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what her defense lawyer is using as her case? She hasn't been charged with any of the like violent things, like the assaulting the police or nothing. All she's being charged with is like being in the restricted building. You know what I'm saying? Like a misdemeanor.
Yeah, a lot of them are misdemeanors.
Yeah, but her lawyer is using as the defense that she got on the internet and looked up the visitor hours of the United States Capitol, and the time that she was in the Capitol was during the visiting hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's posted on the White House website.
It works.
I said, you might be grasping at straws a little bit, but hey, makes a little sense.
Whatever worked.
You said it was open until 6. I was in there at 4:44.
Hey, I'd go with whatever I could.
Yeah.
I can't get over the people, though, that's quick to make a deal. They need to keep their mouths shut.
Hey.
Which it's hard, too. Because they're literally saying, okay, you're going to get 20, 30 years in prison. Rat out your friends. I'm like, you got to stick together.
Well, my thing is, I've read about one person that made a plea deal, and he was a member of the Oath Keepers.
Yeah.
And when he made his deal, there was like 12 of them arrested at that time. And then he made the deal. Now it's up to like 18.
Oh, yeah.
And they've even wrote in the articles and stuff, the FBI's giving this guy witness protection because he's
better.
ratting on the Oath Keepers.
Probably better.
Yeah, because they will.
They should probably just stick together and get all their attorneys together and come up with a plan together.
Yeah, because what they're going to try to do is use RICO on them, I think.
Probably.
Like an organized crime, like they do the mob.
I'd say a lot of them can beat it if they just take it to trial.
Yeah. Well, like the article I read was talking about $1.5 million in damage at the Capitol on January 6th.
Yeah,
They're saying everybody, what the prosecutors now are trying to do is everybody that is charged with a felony on that day will have to pay $2,000 restitution towards the damages, and everybody charged with a misdemeanor $500.
Oh, really?
To recoup the $1.5 million in damages.
Ah, shit.
And there's been over 450 people arrested and at least one person from all states in the United States.
What I want to know, why don't they do that shit with Black Lives Matter? They did way worse than that shit.
Hell, they did more than 1.5 million in one night in Portland, probably.
Now, see, that's why the January 6th thing, I respect them people better because they actually took their grievances to the people they was pissed off at.
Yeah, you're mad at the politicians.
So they took it to the politicians. They rioted at the politicians. Country. Black Lives Matter's mad at the politicians, so they burned down their local 7-Eleven.
Yeah. I'm mad at you, so I'm burning down Joey Jim's beer shack.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what's up with that?
And
in my own neighborhood.
Yeah, like, look, dude, I watched a video. A Black Lives Matter leader, it might have been in Atlanta, was talking about reparations or looting is just basically reparations because this pandemic's going on. So if they got to rob and loot a Gucci store or a Nike store, and that makes them able to eat. And that makes them able to have money, no, that makes you a thief.
Yeah, I know it.
You went in here and burned down the Gucci store so you could.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what's that got to do with it?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with it, but they're calling it reparations. And then and Democratic lawmakers are calling, if you oppose the thievery,
then
racist. You're considered. Something to put like a pro-poverty person. Like you want people because you don't think people. If you think people shouldn't steal, then you're thinking that people need to be in poverty. And in California, 17 CVS or Walgreens, I can't remember which one, but CVS or Walgreens, one of the two, is shutting down 17 stores in California. All because of when all the rioting and looting happened, they can't afford to open back up, and they're refusing to open back up because the prosecutors are not charging anybody that was arrested.
Yeah, I know in a lot of these Democrat cities, they're not charging them.
No, at all.
And the FBI is quiet about that shit.
Yeah.
And I don't get half the corporations like Target and shit. They're
pandering to the Black
I know.
Lives
I'm like,
Matter.
goddamn, what the hell? No wonder they're doing it.
You got pro sports, major retailers, major online retailers, brick and mortar places like Walmart, and then online places.
I guess they
like
think that's going to
Amazon.
save their ass or something. They don't care.
No, man,
they're still going to rob your ass if it's in the neighborhood they're in.
It's like when
don't matter how much you go on there.
Well, it's like in Minneapolis when George Floyd died. I literally saw a picture of a guy that owned a car lot. He's not like no big Chevy dealership or nothing. He's probably equivalent to like a North Broadway auto sales in Lexington. Like a buy here, pay here lot, but nice cars. You're not going to get junk.
Yeah.
He literally on his big sign out in front of his business had like we stand united, BLM, like was telling them. These motherfuckers went in and like burned out like 32 fucking cars on his lot, busted all the windows out, burned them out, and the picture is of all these cars burned out, and the bottom of his sign all burned and melted and singed where it says all that, and it's like y'all literally just did that to someone that is with you all.
Yeah, no, they don't care.
No.
See, and people call me racist because I speak out against Black Lives Matter, but I wouldn't really give two shits if Black Lives Matter stuck to what they said. Like if they left private businesses alone and innocent individuals that's just trying to drive to fucking work.
Yeah.
If they just went and rioted at the police stations, I'd be like, all right, police can take care of that. I don't care. I wouldn't even say shit about it.
Yeah, because your grievance is with the police.
Yeah, I know, so they're taking it to the police, but burn down the 7-Eleven, Target, and all that shit. That's what gets me.
Yeah, what does a random person driving through the street have to do with
I know.
Why you're mad?
And if they just kept their grievances with the police stations and attacked the police stations, I'd be like, all right, that's up to the police station. If they want to deal with it, they want to cater to them, that's up to them. I don't care. And I wouldn't even say nothing about it.
Well, have you seen the video of the Portland, Oregon mayor where
Ted Wheeler? No, Ted Wheeler.
One day he goes and he was right on, like along the edge of the autonomous zone. And he's pandering to all of them, and they're cheering him. And then the next day, he's out there giving a speech, and one of the reporters asked him if he supported defunding the police, and he said no. And they literally booed him and made him walk off the stage and walk off. And the whole time he's walking away, they're screaming and yelling insults at him, throwing shit at him, like making fun of him. And he's like, in the middle of a speech, he just got booed off, and like, these are the people you're pandering to. Look how quick they turned on you, dude.
Yeah, I know, so I don't get to pandering to them. They ain't gonna like you no matter what you do.
Yeah, just like we said, like what Republicans do.
Yeah, no,
pander to
that's
people
even worse because they definitely
pander to someone that will never vote for you in a million years.
That kills me when I see Republicans doing it because you're the last person. It don't matter what you do. If you got that Republican name beside your name, I don't care what you do. They're going to attack you.
Yeah.
Hell, they attack half the Democrats. So they definitely ain't going to.
It's just like that always, when we talk about that, makes me think about that one.
And it kills me if the Republicans throw their own voters under the bus to pander to them.
Yeah. It always makes me think about when we went to the rally and dude didn't want to take a picture. Every time.
Yeah, I know, and that kind of pisses me off when I see Republicans do that shit.
I'm going to vote for you.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you're looking at me like I'm crazy. Pretty much. You're looking at me as a nut job, but you'll say whatever to get Jimmy Joe over here to like you, although he's never going to like you no matter what you say.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm going to vote for you, and you're scared to take a picture with me.
Yeah, I know, and Republicans do that, and that's why that's got to change. It has to change.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm dead set when it comes to election time. This time, I ain't voting for you just because you're Republican. Hell, there's a couple of them. I'll vote Democrat just for shits and giggles. A protest vote.
I'll write myself in.
That's a good idea.
Watch me win. Straw. I've always said that I will run for office. I'm gonna run for something that like nobody else runs for.
Yeah, no, that's what you gotta do. That's how Democrats really gain control.
Yeah, why?
That's how they gain control of the schools.
I'm gonna run for like coroner or something like that.
Well, see, that's how Democrats really gain control, and with their communist shit. That's how they got hold of schools, and they went to little local things that people really don't pay attention to, and then they got a hold of that. And it really don't matter who wins the president. It don't matter who wins Congress and the House.
Not the ones that's making decisions that's going to directly
in your little neighborhood
on a daily basis.
You got to take on your little neighborhood, your state.
You know what? Joe Biden's infrastructure deal may affect me one day down the road if I have to drive to Louisville and I'm crossing a bridge.
Yeah, I know.
is being reconstructed, but part of that. But the people that really is going to affect me is what my city council's doing.
Yeah, I know that's where people were, and Democrats had cornered the market on that, and that's where Republicans are going to have to do.
Yeah,
it.
it's just like when we got our property taxes this past year, they went up like $300 something. And my father was like, I don't understand why they went up so much. I'm like, well, there's only like 25 new miles of bypass in Scott County and a $90 million high school. Somebody's got to pay for that somehow.
Yeah, I know.
And just like we talked about last week, nobody reads the shit. They just pass it. So now you got all these black farmers getting bailed out of their loans.
Yeah, I know, that's some bullshit.
But no money going to a white farmer.
See, this was where Andy Beshear, because I looked up, Kentucky's not even on that list of the black, of the
to get the
farmer, the money. Kentucky's not even on it. Andy Beshear should, I mean, I might even throw the man a little bit of a dollar of respect. If he would stand up and say, okay, Joe Biden, I respect you. I like you, but this kind of fucks Kentucky a little bit because we have a lot of farmers here in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's a majority.
So you need to help Kentucky here. I still support you. I'm still, but he ought to say something. But Andy Beshear ain't gonna say shit. He'll let his own people fall to this shit.
Again, that's that pandering to people that's never gonna.
Yeah, I know. It's just
man. Instead of standing up for the people he actually represents, he's pandering to people above him.
Yeah, I know people
that still are going to treat him like shit no matter what he does.
Yeah, I know.
Those politicians above him are never going to look at him anything.
No, Andy Beshear,
but they need him to do their bidding.
Yeah, I know, and he's a little bitch here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go do my bidding, and I'll let you maybe be in a commercial. Or,
yeah, I know.
It blows my mind.
And he could literally step up and say, "Okay, Joe Biden," and send some type of letter or do news because he loves doing fucking news presses. He could be like, he don't even have to throw Joe Biden under the bus. He could still say, "I love Joe Biden. I love Democrats." But come on, Joe, you're fucking us here in Kentucky.
Yeah.
We need to do something here.
Joe Bush.
Yeah, I know.
If anybody don't know what I'm talking about, Joe Bush.
George P. Bush.
George P. Bush did the commercial or in an interview or something dogging his dad, Jeb. It was funny. Admitted his dad was a loser and he needed to get on the Trump train. I read that today. That's one of the few things I've read about politics that actually made me smile. I was like, what?
I seen that the other day, and everybody was like throwing him under the bus, saying, I can't remember I don't know all them people's names anymore out top of my damn head, but they was like making jokes about him and saying, fuck my dad. I'm sucking Trump's dick or something like that.
They're giving him down the road. That's
the guy still in politics. He knows where the waves going.
That's what he said too. He was even like, sometimes you just got to go with the flow. You just hope that you don't have to demean yourself. So he's even saying like, I hope I don't have to. I'll do what it takes to win. I just hope I don't even have to put myself down.
Yeah,
like. Does that have as much integrity as you got, dude? Like, you'll throw yourself under the bus to get somebody like you?
Politicians do anything they got to get elected. And that's why I don't trust none of them.
Dude, have you seen the movie The Campaign?
I've not seen it.
With Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis.
I've not seen it, but I wished I had. I need to watch it this weekend.
I've been ordering movies off of YouTube.
I let a dude at work borrow mine. When he gives it back, I will bring it over here and let you watch it. I have it on DVD.
Well, I think I might rent it on YouTube now for like $2.
Yeah, dude, it's hilarious. My favorite is Zach Galifianakis. They're at a debate. He pulls out this paper. He's like, I have here a handwritten manifesto by my opponent, Cam Brady. And he's like, everyone is rich in Candyland or Rainbow Land or something like that. And he was like, Will Ferrell looks at him. He's like, I wrote that in second grade. And Zach Galifianakis is like, opens it up. He's like, page 4. Everybody in Rainbow Land deserves candy. He's like, that sounds like wealth distribution to me. Communist, you know. He's like, Rainbow Land it's not real. But it's a good flick. Rainbow Land it's not real.
That was a slip up.
Technical difficulty there. But I don't know. I just get sick of people pandering to people that will never like them.
Yeah, I know. And
hey, while we're thinking about it, though, I am going to say this while we're just chilling. Next week, we will have on here as a guest Paul Riley.
hopefully.
Yeah, we got to get a little technical stuff figured out, but he wants to come on and talk. He's the CEO and owner of Patriot Shit Outfitters, our logo up there. He's cool. He's a veteran, American-owned business, and
He got some badass shit.
yeah,
I look.
he's been rocking with me since the idea of Straw Boss actually being out there.
Yeah, I know.
Like day one. I remember messaging you saying, hey, I've just talked to a dude that owns a business that wants to be on board. And we're going to have him on here hopefully
next
week. And
They've got it set up.
And the 26th. What's the name of the thing on the 26th? Is it Freedom Rally or
Guardian of Freedom? I don't want to say.
It's in Lebanon, Kentucky at noon.
Hold on. I'll see if I can look it up.
Yeah. And Johnny Rice, he's the commander of the Kentucky State Militia. He is going to be running for governor in the next governor race, holding a rally in Lebanon, Kentucky at noon on the 26th.
I'm going to say, people here in Kentucky, if you're listening to this shit, that's the guy we need in Kentucky.
Yeah, for real.
We don't need no more of these damn politicians.
No, we support this guy.
We need a guy that's just an everyday person that knows what everyday people want. No more people that spends more time putting on a suit and writing a speech.
Yeah.
And it cares more about what the media will think about them. We don't need that no more. We've had that for ever in Kentucky. We finally need somebody in politics that's not a politician and who's just not afraid.
Yeah.
And
his core beliefs is right in line with mine. Like he's one of those. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. You're not going to play both sides of the fence. You either believe one way or you don't. And that's what I like about him.
I went to several of the rallies at the Capitol, and he spoke at, and he introduced a lot of people, and I've listened to his speeches. I don't want to say a whole lot about him. I'm afraid I'll say what he does. But I listened to his speeches over time. I remember the first time I heard him speak, I think me and my wife was at a rally at the Capitol. Me and her both said, that guy should run for something.
Yeah.
The first time I'd heard of him. And I heard him speaking. And both of us looked and said, this guy should be running for something. Then a couple months later, he did a rally at the Capitol, and he said he was going to run for governor. And I said, okay. I said, I'm going to vote for this guy. Because I've heard him several speeches in the past, and
well, I tell you what,
this guy's the guy that needs to do it.
Yeah, and as busy as he is, as much as he's got going on, anytime I've messaged him, he's actually personally responded, talks back. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
I've talked
attainable. Like he's not like Bashir. If you wanted to if I send a message to Andy Bashir, I'm not going to hear.
Yeah, you
back.
don't hear shit from him.
No,
I've talked to Johnny Wright. I mean,
I have too.
I haven't personally talked to him, but like in comments,
Yeah,
and through comments, I've talked to him.
I actually have messaged him and stuff, and then, like before the whole Straw Boss page got booted off, we had the plan to interview him. But like I said, we talked to him, and on the 26th, on the 26th, the podcast will not be at 6:00. I'm not sure what time it'll be that day because the rally starts at noon, and we're going to live stream from the rally there in Lebanon. Like, we would much rather people come out to the rally and come out there and have a big crowd. But if you can't, then you can watch it here. We're going to go, and Johnny Rice has agreed to do an interview for us. So we are pumped about that. Like, for real, it's cool.
Yeah.
You get to hear straight from the horse's mouth on that day.
Here's the thing on that rally. Guardian of Freedom meet and greet. Freedom Rally. Saturday, 6/26/21 at 12 p.m. Lebanon City Park. 525 Grand Memorial Drive, Lebanon, Kentucky. Bring your flags and your voices. Let freedom ring.
And we will be there. Straw Boss and Thacker will be in the house.
Yeah, this guy needs to win. I mean, he needs to.
I think so too, man.
Because, I mean, what you got to lose? What the hell?
Yeah. Like, look at the shape Kentucky's in now. Republican or Democrat running the state.
Yeah, I know.
Why not give this guy?
Hey, look at that. People like Mitch McConnell and that's Republican.
Yeah. It's
time to give people that. Because how many times have you sat around saying, okay, a normal everyday person needs to run politics?
Yeah.
Well, this is the time it's happening.
Yeah. Hey, there's a video, an interview. Kurt Loder was interviewing Kurt Cobain in like 93, I think it was 1994 or something.
Yeah.
And Kurt Cobain said, I would not be surprised if my generation is the one to put somebody in the White House that's not a politician. I could see someone like Donald Trump or someone like that.
I've heard of that, but I don't know if it's. I never actually knew if it's true or not.
Kurt Cobain said it to Kurt Loder.
Is it, you know it's true?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen people post it.
Yeah, I've seen.
But I've not seen the actual interview.
Yeah, they're like, almost looks like they're on a houseboat. It looks like there's like kind of a houseboat, and you can see water behind them. You know what I'm saying? But like they're sitting in chairs. They're not like out in the water. So whether they were docked or whatever, but the interview, that's where Kurt Loder interviewed him. You remember Kurt Loder from MTV
Yeah, I know who
News?
you're talking about, yeah. See, I've heard of that.
Only people our age are going to know who Kurt Loder is.
Who the fuck's that?
The young whippersnappers are like, who the fuck is Kurt Loder?
Yeah, I know. But I remember he's like all the time. I remember on MTV.
MTV News.
That's back on the day when if you wanted to hear a video, you didn't have YouTube. You had to sit all day in front of the TV and wait for the video to play. You're like, all right, I think it'll play now.
Yeah. Or call the radio station that night and request it.
I'd give anything if we had YouTube as a kid, which I don't know, probably not. I'd probably post all kinds of fucked up shit.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad social media didn't exist when I was 14 to 25.
That's why people do crazy shit now just so they can. We did crazy shit just because it's fun.
Yeah. We didn't need to show everybody we did it.
Yeah,
we just did it because who the hell cares?
People just now like, we can do this and film it.
Yeah.
Then they'll sit up all day to do it.
Yeah.
We were just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Hold my beer. Yeah, I know.
Hold
we
my
do
beer.
It. And nobody never knew about it.
Yeah. I've always said that if I had got caught for 99% of the shit I did, I'd still be in prison or under the jail.
Oh, shit. I ain't going to talk about that shit.
Good times.
I don't know how far statute of limitations last. You said this on a Facebook Live.
Yeah. And the trolls weeded up. Hey, he admitted to a crime.
Yeah, I know, and then all the damn trolls, they'll push the cops. The cops will be like, "We gotta do what they say."
Yeah,
because they're scared of him for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't get it.
Hey,
like everybody always asks me, like, why do you have a bug out bag? Why do you prep for this kind of shit? I'm like, you know what? Look what happened.
I studied history
in Minneapolis when they just took over the police station.
Yeah, I know. And the police left.
Yeah, I'm like, the police aren't going to help you.
When it
gets that bad, the police are not going to help you. You got to depend on yourself and the people around you that you love and care about, because police ain't coming.
Nah. Not when shit hits the fan. No, they won't.
Like where I live,
cops are scared.
Like where I live, if that kind of stuff was going on, there ain't enough sheriffs and cops to stop it.
And most time, depending on what city you're in, they'll get the order to stand down because they ain't going. They're like,
because they're not going to send 12 guys in to try to stop 2,000.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
because I know if they got to do anything, they're like, I'm gonna get thrown under the bus.
Yeah, and why should I go in here and defend this city that's going to throw me on their bus when I have to shoot somebody?
Yeah, I know. And that,
like, last night was the second night of demonstrations in Minneapolis since they killed that other black dude. But here's the thing. This black dude had an outstanding 2 nights ago. They shot U.S. Marshals shot a guy.
I ain't heard about that one.
And for the second night in a row, it's been the same scenario as like when George Floyd died. Burning stuff, rioting, throwing down. He was 32 years old. I can't remember his name. I had it written down in my notes, and I walked straight out and I forgot my notebook. I had a ton of stuff written down today. And he was 32, Minneapolis, Minnesota, but I don't remember exactly how he came to this interaction with the police. But he had an outstanding warrant for a weapons violation, and he fired a weapon twice at the cops before they shot him. So they fired in self-defense because this guy was a wanted felon trying to get away and tried to kill the cops. So they fired in self-defense, but now they're burning the damn city down again because they killed him.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I said yeah, but that's kind of, I was agreeing with your point, but I hadn't heard about
Making a martyr out of criminal.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
And this is what kills me. Now, that I'm going to say something here, and a lot of people's going to be like, oh, you're a white supremacist. But I'm not. I'm going to talk about the Tulsa massacre, because that's in the media every day, and Joe Biden had to go down.
It's the anniversary of it, and Joe Biden was the first sitting president to go to Tulsa and talk.
And you see that all the time, and that's just bringing up more division.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say something, and it's going to sound like I'm taking up for what happened in Tulsa. I'm not. What happened in Tulsa was horrible. But if you just listen to the media, you'll think it was just a bunch of white people. It's like, oh, these black people in Black Wall Street, they're doing good. We got to burn them down. That's not what happened. There's other things. I mean, it still wasn't right.
Yeah.
But it comes into comparison what's happening today. What happened was there was I think he was a shoe shiner or something. He got charged with assaulting a white woman. And back in them days, that was really bad.
Yeah.
And still, it wasn't right. I'm not saying it is.
Yeah.
But he got arrested in Greenwood, to where what's called Black Wall Street, because the black people there, they had the black neighborhood, and they progressed very well.
Yeah.
And they had heard rumors that the white people's coming to lynch mob, going to break that guy out of jail and string him up. So they gathered up guns. Then they all went down to the courthouse, and the sheriff came out and said, look, nothing's going to happen. I'm not going to let nothing happen. Y'all just go home. Let's not blow this out of proportion. Well, then some white people did show up. With some, I guess they did have some guns too. Then there was some disputes there. Then the gunshot went off somewhere. And from what I can tell, nobody really knows where it was. Maybe they do, but from what I look into it, nobody really knows where the first gunshot came from.
Just heard it.
So 10 white people died in that shootout because it turned into a shootout when the first gunshot went off.
And just opened up.
Yeah. So 10 white people died, 2 black people died. Then it kind of went on from there. Then went back. The white people was angry, so they started rioting. The white people did went to the black neighborhood and started rioting. Then it just went out of hand from there. Kind of what's happening today. The Black Lives Matter doing all the rioting. But the media, if you listen to media, you'll just think the white people is like, God damn them black people, they making money, we can't allow that. But that ain't what happened. There was an incident that led to it. It wasn't right.
It was a repercussion of an event that happened.
Yeah, it was from an event that led to it. And it's kind of like today. I mean, the white people went and rioted, and it started with them just burning.
Just like you talked about when Hitler came up with the idea of the Red Terror. That's a repercussion of some shit that happened.
Yeah, I know.
Way before, but nobody looks at the previous.
Everybody just wants to look at one little point. Yeah. And it wasn't white people. It's like, oh, these black people, they're doing good. We got to burn them out. There was an incident that happened. Then the white people started rioting. They started burning businesses. Then they went in and grabbed ammunition. Then it just turned into more. But it's kind of like today, Black Lives Matter. They're upset. So they're going into towns. They're burning shit and they're rioting. And Black Lives Matter, more people have died through the Black Lives Matter riots than that happened in Tulsa. Yeah. And still, I'm not taking up for what happened in Tulsa. It was wrong then, and it's wrong today. But we can't just post on it and say, oh, it was some white people that was mad at some black people for being...
we can chalk 2 of them up to old Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah, no.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, no. And it's just to create more division.
Yeah, that's all it's about, man. But if we're at each other's throats, they can do whatever they want because nobody's paying attention to them.
Yeah, no, and Joe Biden, he don't give 2 shits what happened in Tulsa a fucking 100 years ago.
No, I watched some of his speech. Did you? He's like...
I know.
Silence is accepting that what happened is okay, and that's why I'm here as the first president, because I'm not going to be silent. Like, look how much Vicodin they use.
Yeah, no, that's why back in the day he was like really friends with segregationists, and he voted for segregation laws.
Yeah,
said he don't want his kids.
He wanted them to keep bussing.
Yeah, I know.
And then, whose funeral did he speak at? That was like
Robert Byrd.
Was he the Grand Dragon?
He wasn't. There's a lot of memes floating around, and Facebook flag it as false because they say he's the Grand Dragon. He wasn't the Grand Dragon.
I know he was like...
He was the lead recruiter.
Okay, I knew he was... I didn't think he was the Grand Dragon, but I knew he was like way high up.
Yeah, he was like a major recruiter.
Yeah, and that dude...
I remember
when Joe Biden went and gave a speech at his funeral.
He did.
He was such good friends with him. Like, okay, if that's not a red flag that somebody's racist, I can't tell you what is.
Yeah, I know. And I grew up in that.
Nazis.
See, I remember when it came out because not everybody knew Robert Byrd was part of the Klan. I guess some people did, but I lived in an area really close to where Robert Byrd was a senator. And I remember when it came out in the news, they're like, it came out, it was like, the Speaker of the House was a member of the Klan. And it came out, and then all this evidence started coming out. And Robert Byrd, he was coming up for his election. And he did like interviews with CNN and stuff, and they kind of catered to him. And I remember he did this ad that came on my local news station, and he was like on a porch swing with this little black girl.
I remember you telling me. I remember.
And he even went. He did an interview, and you can look. It's still on YouTube. I don't know why YouTube ain't flagged it for hate speech because he says the N word in it. And like I think it's a CNN or MSNBC news thing. They're like, okay, you was high up in the Klan. Did you ever say the N word? He looks right at that interviewer and he was like, and he actually says it. He's like, I've met a lot of white niggas. I probably should have said that, but
that's good though. That's funny.
He said it, and he goes on and he repeats it like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, God damn. He was like one of the major recruiters that started bringing people in the 60s.
And that was Biden's homie.
Yeah, and they was like real close.
Yeah, Biden's homie.
Because he like supported him when they was all in the Senate back in the 70s. Joe Biden's been there for like 50 years. Yeah, and he ain't done shit.
48, something like that. Is he like...
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw a meme one time. It was like Biden had never passed a bill or anything.
I don't know if he had or not. Well, no, he did. He did the crime bill.
Did he?
Yeah, he was like the author, I think. He was the major guy in the crime bill, the one that Black Lives Matter saying they're locking black people up. The crime. He was the actual guy that made it.
That's okay. I remember that now.
And
because I read the article. It talked about Biden is putting down such and such, but the bill that he got passed is actually the bill that ends up landing a lot of them in jail.
Yeah, and he did.
But he's trying to take up for it.
And there's a video like from back in the day. I think it was back in the 90s. And you know how when they go up and they're trying to get a bill posed and they'll go up there and do a little speech and each one of them will do. There's actual a video that he comes up there and does. He's like, I can't remember how it goes. I should have had him played it. But he's saying something about, he's like, we have a lot of these super predators out here and they're attacking people. He's like, I don't care that they grew up in a bad neighborhood. I don't care that they was something other in the past. He's like, you're attacking a grandma down the road. You're attacking this and you're attacking that. You can go to jail for life. I don't give a damn. I mean, he didn't say those. I can't know the exact words he said, but the basics of it. Yeah, paraphrasing. And I'm like, where's that Joe Biden?
Yeah.
And all the people's like, yeah, Joe Biden. I'm like, Trump never said none of that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of like that Joe Biden.
Hey, look, I won't even lie. When I woke up one morning and Biden, it was like within his first 100 days, ordered an airstrike on somebody. They lobbed those RPGs onto a military air base over in the Middle East. So Biden ordered an airstrike because they knew where they were camped at and stuff. But I was like, damn, I didn't think he had that in him.
Somebody probably paid him.
But you know what I'm saying? That day I was like, hey, I didn't think Biden would do that. No matter what happened. I could imagine some Haji walking into a military base in the Middle East and setting off a suicide bomb and killing 30 people and them not doing nothing. That's what I picture Biden.
Yeah, I know.
The fact, but that day I was like, he got a little bit more nuts about him than I thought he did. But still ain't much.
Nah.
Because he's not going to stand up to Putin, China. Hell, we can't even stand up to Mexico.
I know, I've seen the thing.
Them rushing over here.
China getting that nuclear war if they try to investigate if they keep pushing about the Corona investigation. Yeah. Because I think that one guy, I still hate saying shit. I don't really know a whole lot about it. I've only read a little piece of it for a second, but something about that one general over there started.
And they don't want to talk about it because they didn't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, no, but that general he's talking about, we got to boost nuclear warheads here. We got to let America know, and we want to boost missile capability that cannot be destroyed to let America know if they cross the line. And I'm like,
well, that's just like
that's why we need Trump. Because Trump would be like, all right,
and that's just like North Korea. Not long ago, reactivated some reactors, and the article I read said they don't know if they did it just to antagonize the United States or to send a message to the United States hey, we're still going to do what we want to regardless of what Biden says. But they know that North Korea knows activating that stuff is going to send the spy shit into a frenzy once it's activated. North Korea knew that the United States would know.
Yeah, I know.
Just the minute they knew before they did it. Hey, we're going to turn this shit on. They're going to know. But they don't know if they did it as a message to Biden or whatever. And I say they're looking at it as
Biden's a bitch.
Fuck you, Biden.
Yeah, I know. Because they was going back and forth. I remember Trump was president. Him and Kim Jong-un.
Rocket Man.
Yeah, they started calling him Rocket Man.
Yeah.
And they was going back and forth, and everybody was like, Trump's going to get us into a war.
Yeah.
Then Trump,
and you know what? He's the first motherfucker ever to go over there and walk in that demilitarized zone I've seen tons of videos from every president standing safely on the South Korea side, looking at the demilitarized zone.
Yeah, I know. When Trump stepped across that by himself.
Trump went over there and walked into it.
Yeah, I know.
And walked with old little Rocket Man.
Yeah, I know. And it kind of, their little disputes kind of died down, I think, when Trump tweeted out something about, we got a button too, because I think Kim Jong-un said something about they got a button or something. And Trump tweeted out, we got a button too. Ours is much bigger, and it works.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden things kind of calmed down. They did the first ever meeting.
Yeah.
Then Trump actually went over their first ever president to step foot.
Yeah, first ever.
And he's like, walked over there, and I mean, they could have killed him right there. I mean, Secret Service, they probably couldn't have stopped if they had their military, which our military would probably wipe them out. But
yeah,
they could have actually got him.
I would probably guess that there was a lot of missiles aimed at that general area when Trump was there.
Oh, I guarantee it was.
Just for the reaction of if something happened to Trump, we're getting ready to blow that fucking place off the map.
Oh, I guarantee it. I guarantee the Secret Service and everybody was like, God damn, why's he doing this?
Yeah, we're going to die if he
dies. This motherfucker, why is he stepping over there? This is bad. And Trump's just
like, I showed it to my wife one night because she hadn't seen it. And I told her, I was like, that's some balls.
I know.
He went over there, and that's like a big fuck y'all, man. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm coming over here, and I'm talking to this son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. I want to see Biden do that.
It ain't gonna happen.
He probably won't even talk. Got him. Kim Jong-un outspeak Biden.
Yeah. Have you ever seen? Do you know over there in North Korea, their propaganda and stuff tells the people of North Korea that like he doesn't even poop.
That's true. They do that. They believe that shit.
That like he's so godlike, his body uses everything as energy.
And I thought that was a joke. I'd seen that. I looked it up, really, and they literally believe that shit because they cut the whole world off.
Yeah, nobody knows.
They can't look nothing up. Yeah. That's why the United States, if they ever get into war with North Korea, they should just start dropping cell phones with internet access. Free Wi-Fi and just drop it to everybody. Yeah. Then they get a chance to read because they don't.
They're gonna be like, this son of a bitch shits.
He lied to us about pooping. What else is this motherfucker lied about? They look up and they see this motherfucker big turds. They're like, I mean, why even lie about that?
Yeah. What it made him wake up one day and like, my people should not know I poop.
Yeah.
My poop is off limits.
I swear to God, I thought that was a lie when I'd seen that and I looked it up. And
when
they really
I first saw that, I was like, my first thought was like, these people don't believe that.
I did too. I thought
like, no, come on, man.
But they really do.
Yeah, they really do.
They either believe it or they're like scared to say they don't believe it because they're going to die.
That could be it too. Like, you know, I looked at a thing. It was a thing I saw on Facebook one time. It was a photographer went to North Korea and he actually snuck his camera into a lot of places where you're not allowed to take pictures.
Yeah.
And over there, like, there's 90% of the public places, no cameras are allowed because they don't want pictures of what's going on in North Korea leaking out. Like the government, because their propaganda is no matter what anybody does to us, we're fruitful and prosperous, and you know, like we're not going to bow down. We're going to have this nuclear program and stuff. In reality, they're like really poor. A lot of people are starving, but they don't want that leaking out. Yeah. They only want the government approved pictures of like people eating big hearty meals. They don't want you to see people standing in line for hours to get like a sack of tater. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah, I know.
And like no pictures of the military is allowed. Like if somebody but when you hit a certain age over there, you have to do a mandatory stint in their military. But they don't want you taking pictures of anybody. Like if so many people's in the military, but if you're taking a picture and somebody's in uniform, you're not allowed. That like it's not allowed.
No, I know.
You're not allowed to like photograph their law enforcement. You're not allowed to photograph women. You're not allowed to photograph pictures of government stuff. Like everything over there is so controlled. Like you said, they cut the internet off. They don't even let them have internet.
Yeah, I know.
Over there because they got like one television channel, and it's a state-run television channel.
Yeah.
Everything on it is made by the government. That just brainwashes them 24/7.
Be sad if about what we got here CNN and shit.
Yeah,
but they're like, it is like that over there though.
Yeah.
And if we don't do something, we're gonna be like that because our media is already getting close to
liars.
Yeah, well, they've been liars forever, but solely based on you can't find a negative news article if you look at CNN and stuff about Biden.
No, if you get on CNN, like all you're gonna read about is some mistakes some GOP person made about something or other. And
Marjorie Taylor Greene was done this.
Gatz is a pedophile and a rapist. Marjorie
Yeah,
Taylor
no.
Greene's a schizophrenic and a QAnon conspiracy theorist. But Cuomo's a king.
Hell no.
You ask them. He's running New York fucking balls deep.
More they say Matt Gaetz is a pedophile and they got all this evidence, the more I don't believe it. Because anytime I see, especially CNN or any Democrats or even half the Republicans push and say, no, it's I'm like, this person speaks out a lot, then all of a sudden, conveniently, he does this.
Yeah, it's like
I got a hard time believing it. And if he is and he did all the things they said,
it's that destroy their character move. Just like, man, like, okay, in certain circles you can move in, talking to authorities is a bad thing. The average everyday citizen that's just a super square Joe will tell the police when they see bad stuff. But in certain circles, talking to police is bad. Okay, so Enrique Torrio, leader of the Proud Boys. The Proud Boys
darkest white supremacist I ever seen.
They're starting to gain prominence. They were getting a big following, and people were knowing and talking about them and stuff. So what they do? They attack his character. What's the first thing they say? Oh, well, he cooperated with authorities.
Yeah, I know. That's why they believe half
this
that
and
shit.
this. But you know what? Like, okay, don't just tell me he cooperated with authorities. He's a rat. What did he cooperate with authorities? Well, it turns out when he cooperated with authorities was to put an end to a human sex trafficking ring in Miami, Florida.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, okay, so that's not a bad fucking thing.
Yeah, I know.
He ended human trafficking. That's what you want. That's a little different than somebody going out and buying a bag of crack and getting busted and ratting out their crack dealer.
Yeah, I know. And
And
it even wasn't as bad as they said about him cooperating with the police.
Yeah. It wasn't like he was like a paid informant on the thing. He would give them information about Antifa.
Yeah.
He was telling them, our sources are telling you Antifa is planning attacks on this.
Yeah.
This. So he's trying to stop domestic terrorism. He's telling the authorities, these domestic terrorists are planning attacks on this. They're planning to hurt this. They want to hurt so-and-so. Why is that bad?
Hell no. They want to take his character.
They just want to ruin his character. Because the kind of people that will gravitate towards that lifestyle, like ratting's bad, which it is. Shouldn't be a rat, but there's a difference between ratting and then there's a difference between being a good human being.
Yeah, I know. He had put a statement out on Telegram about that when it came out that he was working for the FBI. If I knew he was going to talk about that, I would have actually found. It'd take forever to look it up about his actual statement, but he started talking about that it wasn't really what they're saying in the media, that he talked about the human trafficking thing. but he wasn't really ratting anyone out either. He said he was like they brought in and everyone agreed to sign a statement, and everybody there agreed. It wasn't like that he was working for the cops. He said, I can't remember how it went, but it was just like a bunch of people there. They're like, okay, we got caught up in this. Here's what's happening over here.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people agreed to it. But they had it made out that he was like this big FBI informant.
Yeah, like he's a big mole. Like,
yeah, I know. And he was like, he ratted on his friends. But all his friends, he said, was there with him. And all agreed
to do it.
Yeah. It wasn't that he was.
It was solely to make people that don't hear the whole story think, I'm not following Ricky story. I'm not listening to Ricky.
Yeah, no, that's what
trying to turn his own people against him is what it was.
And it worked for a little bit. Because a lot of people, because I was on Telegram. I mean, I followed a lot.
Me and my wife, the first time we heard it, and then they were like, Enrique Editorial, he cooperated with law enforcement and helped prosecute human sex smuggling traffickers.
I know. I'm like, all right,
well, that's not a bad thing.
I know. I'm like,
I mean, it's for real. It's not like a person that went out and committed a crime knowing if I get caught, I'm going to go to jail.
Yeah.
Okay, I got caught. Now I'm going to tell on someone to save my own ass.
Yeah.
There's a difference. And
there are certain things that you should rat on.
There's that line of like, okay, you know what? I'm helping save a human being's life, or I'm helping a child from being raped by adults versus I committed a crime that I knew I could get in trouble for, but now I'm going to tell to save my own ass.
Yeah.
You can call him a rat if you want, but like you say, there's that fine line where, okay, it's okay to tell that. But like I say, I'm a firm believer. If you're a grown person and you commit a crime and you know there's consequences, if you get caught, you take your punishment. You're grown.
Yeah.
You knew what could happen if you got caught, and you got caught, so you deal with it. But stopping human sex trafficking, that's not really ratting to me. And that's all they tried to do was make him sound like a rat.
Yeah, they just want to make him sound bad
because
they know the people that follow him. Yeah,
because that's the breed of people that are going to gravitate towards Proud Boys. They don't like rats.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like rats.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But
it didn't really.
There's a difference.
I noticed there was a lot of people like, oh, this, and I've seen a little bit at first, but then I don't think a lot of people really now. Because he's still the chairman of the Proud Boys.
Yeah, once everything came out, what actually happened, people that have common sense read or watch the videos, and they're like, okay, there's a difference in what he was doing and being a rat.
That's why if May wants to see what actual Enrique Torre has to say about anything, he posts regularly on Telegram. Go to Telegram and look up Enrique's House of Propaganda. That's his name on there. And then you'll see on the news how Telegram, the Proud Boys use Telegram because it's so
yeah, I've heard
hidden. You can't see it. I can't. The word they use.
Encrypted.
Nah, you don't even have to have a Google. Well, no, you can't do it on Google. Google blocks it. But go to DuckDuckGo and just type in Enrique's House of Propaganda. Then he'll show you. Then you don't even have to be a member of Telegram. You can literally see it's wide open. That's what I do. I had a Telegram account.
See, I've never even been on Telegram. Is it like a Facebook kind of deal, or Twitter, or Instagram? Like, what would you?
It's kind of weird. I don't even know how to classify it when I go in there, because I'll go in there to see what like Proud Boys say or Enrique has to say. I'll go to DuckDuckGo and type in, either Proud Boys or Enrique's House of Propaganda.
Oh, yeah.
Then Google won't do it. Google blocks it, but DuckDuckGo will take you directly to it. Then you click on it, then it comes up on this thing. Sign up for Telegram or view preview. Then you just hit view preview. Then you can go and see everything he's posted.
Oh, gotcha. So do you have like a profile on there, like Facebook or?
Not
that
exactly.
tells about
I hadn't
yourself,
really
or-
figured that out because I had an account at one time, but I couldn't figure out. It's more of a messaging app.
Okay.
But somehow, like they got account, they can actually post. When I had an account, I couldn't figure out
Well, that's like
actually how
people
to
use
post.
the messaging app WhatsApp as like ways to post stuff, but I've never known it as anything but like a way to have like an offline phone number. Or
That's
like,
why I couldn't figure out.
like I'm not understanding when the whole concept of how they're posting stuff and this and that. Now I do know that there was the one app. I can't remember what it's called, but it was like the radio app. Do you remember that? It made your phone into like the two-way radio.
I know what you're talking
wife-
about. I can't think of the
Remember
name
when
of it.
was
I remember
talking about
everybody.
it?
I remember everybody was going. Let's go to there. It's
Can't
encrypted.
remember what it's
And I'm-
called though.
I can't remember, but I remember a lot of like 3%ers and stuff.
Like, you'd hear like beep beep, like it was like a walkie-talkie, and I could hear.
Yeah.
Like, hey, homie, you there? And like, yeah, I'm here, but I
I-
can't remember the name of it.
I can't remember, but I remember a lot before.
And I had got you on it too.
Well, I
'cause,
didn't go on it.
Oh, I thought that you did because it was
No,
only
I
me,
didn't.
you, and James.
Well, I didn't go on it because I was afraid. Because I'd seen a lot of people that was like in the 3%ers on Facebook
Yeah,
telling everybody to go to that.
that's why it got
That's
me
encrypted?
over there.
But I know good and well anything you download, it's not encrypted.
Anything through the
And
they're
it can be-
encrypted, but they could be broke.
yeah, if
Like
it can
me
be
or
through the
you-
internet, the cops can find it.
Yeah, like me or you's not going to be able to walk up and break through it.
No,
But
we
like
could.
somebody that
But
grabs
if you're
your
trying
hard
to-
drive and then takes it to a
If you did something illegal,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it could be brought up
your
in your
hard drive,
trial.
just take it to a crime lab. They're going to find it.
That's why I never got on it because I seen everybody was so comfortable saying the cops can't do that, and I'm like, then I was afraid like someone would be so comfortable and joke around about something that was illegal. And I'm like, that might be played in your trial.
Yeah,
Because then people like so comfortable with it and just like joking around.
yeah. Not mine.
Not mine. Then something actually happened, and the cops be like, "That's a crime." That's a damn joke. Then all of a sudden it's played during your trial,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Hey, I've said numerous times my notes journal for this podcast will probably be future known as Evidence 1A in the United States versus Michael Wayne Deuce.
"Hell no." Let's see here. I'm gonna try to do something here. I don't know if it's gonna fucking thing up. Like I said, this is
I find it ironic you have to use Google to get to DuckDuckGo.
we don't have to. You can download it. See, this shouldn't be showing up on
All right, people, he is on DuckDuckGo. We're looking up Enrique. There it is. Oh, you didn't even have to type Telegram. It was right down there.
I did it.
Yeah.
I misspelled it. But
All right, people. We are going to Enrique's House of Propaganda on Telegram.
well, we ain't yet. They can't see this. Shouldn't.
No, I'm saying I'm telling them while we're just sitting here if they're watching, so they know. Shit.
I don't know if I'm out to
Shit. It reminds me of Twitter.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
But I couldn't figure out how to do it because I couldn't figure out how to post. But somehow these people have been able to do that.
People, if you've never used Telegram, I'm looking at it for the first time. The feed on the left kind of looks a little bit like a Facebook feed, but on the right it looks like a Twitter bio.
It kind of is. It's weird.
Looks like Facebook on the left and Twitter on the right.
Here in a minute, I'm gonna try to figure out how to bring it up on the screen.
But we're looking at Enrique's House of Propaganda. It's Enrique Torio's feed on Telegram.
It should be bringing it up right here, but I don't know why it's not. It should be bringing it behind us right here.
Philip's getting his producer on.
Like I said, we're still on.
There it is.
Well, it's not on our screen yet. It's on ours now, but not on the main thing. Like I said, this is still beta testing mode, and we ain't really
That's
gone.
not it on the left, right over there.
Well, yeah, it is. But what I'm saying is, it ain't on. Nobody can see that but us.
Oh. Well, what they're saying's on the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be. I'm hoping.
Do you have it pulled up, babe? What's our screen look like? My beautiful wife, she's with me. She comes, she's like one of my biggest supporters, everybody. She has only missed one episode, and she was really sick the day that we did that, so she couldn't come. But she has not ever missed being here for an episode. Like I tell everybody, I wear her out with my politics. So this is a big outlet for me. Say hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
Alright, now I'm gonna try to fix it to where it can be seen. Get rid of that.
Bear with us, everybody. Philip's trying to show everybody Enrique's Telegram. I thought about going on there and making a Telegram, but I just never have. If anybody is on Clapper, I'm on Clapper. that big Billy Club dildo kills me.
I forgot where to go here because I can't scroll with that.
What was that? Shit.
Hey, George. I don't know if we can show some of this. But it is to show it's not encrypted. And the news will say they're hiding what they're doing. But I don't even have I have an account, but I don't know how to log into it anymore because I couldn't.
Man, listen, like this whole deal that like on January 6th they've got going with the Oath Keepers, right? Like there's like 17 of them right now arrested. They're probably going to try to push like a RICO case against the Oath Keepers because the one dude's agreed to testify. Now they're going to put him in witness protection. And one of their big points of their case is the Oath Keepers had a cache of weapons at a Motel 6 in Virginia across the Potomac River.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, have you seen what their evidence is of that they had a cache of weapons? One picture from the motel security cams of one guy with one of those luggage rollers with one rifle case. So that's a cache of weapons is one AR-15.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy that in Vegas that shot up the Jason Aldean concert apparently had 700,000 rounds of ammo in his hotel room, and not one security cam picture of him packing any of that shit up to his room.
Oh, I know.
Not one. How did he get 4 rifles and like 700,000 rounds of ammo into a damn hotel room, and there's not one picture in any security camera? Now, they showed plenty of security camera footage of him at the casino, gambling, drinking. There's plenty of pictures of him walking down the hallway, but not one of him packing any rifle case or any ammo.
Yeah, no.
But yet he had all that in his room and shot up the Jason Aldean concert that was almost a half mile away.
Oh, I know.
From his hotel window.
Yeah, I know. But here we are right here. This is the so-called encrypted telegram that the Proud Boys have been communicated on, that way the rest of the world cannot know. I literally found it was a search without an account. The elites are hurting right now. The backs roll out. I don't know if they can see that.
The backs roll out has been a dismal failure. Pro 2A legislation is being passed state level everywhere. The artificial shortages are making people angry and creating more preppers, and the criminals who rule us are having to straight up lie about people they are persecuting and try to get a guilty verdict. The elites are hurting right now, and we need to figure out how to kick them while they're down in some other way. They are trying to protect an illusion of strength, but it's going really badly. It's not as if they are trying to appear weak while they bide time. They are trying to project strength, and it's not working out.
And that's a picture you posted from a CNN article.
Yeah. Federal government has suspended indefinitely the operations of the microblogging and social network service in Nigeria.
This is your so-called, to my friends in the crypto community in Miami, don't let Jack Dorsey put his Flobia paws on anything we build. He is the wretch furrier of censorship. Any product he builds will be used against the community. Boo him every chance you get. Disrupt any event he is present. The world has have enough scum in it. Uh-huh. This is your so-called encrypted messaging that the Proud Boys are doing to overthrow our government.
So, like, what do you go on there and you, like, subscribe to Enrique's House of Propaganda and then you have a news feed?
You'll have what he posts on there like that, yeah. But, like, right here, I'm not even prescribed. I know,
you just
searched
went to his page.
I'm not even logged in.
Yeah, you just read his
so
page.
It's not some encrypted
That's
secret.
Like, even though I don't have Facebook, I can get up, like, search Kentucky Infidels and get on here and watch our episodes, even though I don't have a Facebook, without having to log in or anything.
It should be too. I'm not sure how Facebook
you can,
does it.
because I've done it.
But, like, the media is saying, like,
and for I don't know, Facebook kicked me off a long time ago. That's one of my bitterest.
But it kills me when I see news articles saying that the Proud Boys are discussing plans to overthrow the government on an encrypted telegram. And like, literally anybody can see it's not encrypted, and it has nothing about never trust a junkie that not only fucked me over but totally fucked over Stone. LOL. Then he has the balls to bring up his name and say he was trying to help him. Fuck out of here. Go pop some pills. I don't know who he's talking about.
I don't either, but I'm sure he's talking about Todd Stone.
Well, I'm sure it's Roger Stone. Charlie Kirk.
Stone, that's what I meant.
But he's probably talking about Charlie Kirk, Gary.
What's it say? They comment at the bottom of that.
We're at.
Laugh Mouse South, they think this will stop AOC from calling them a racist. Those are people that donated to AOC.
Oh, I know what that is. That's because that's forwarded from Lauren with Totsky or however. See. A lot of people donated to
AOC.
not AOC, but
Candace Owens.
a lot of they didn't donate to AOC. It's somebody the AOC knew, and I remember like Nick Fuentes was
Matt Walsh.
Yeah, a lot of conservatives donated money not to AOC, but to somebody she knew. I don't know the whole story behind it, but I remember.
I was going to say Candace Owens is on here, one of the main ones fighting for what we believe in.
Well, she is. That's where like that tweet. I think that's what this has to do with. That thing I seen Nick Fuentes tweet about it. I don't know the whole story about that person that they're actually donating to, but it's somebody that has to do with AOC. And I remember Nick Fuentes tweeting out and said a lot of these conservatives are being quiet about a lot of conservatives being thrown over the bus about the insurrection type thing, but they're donating money left and right to AOC just to prove a point. And I can't remember. I don't know what that is. I got to look it up, but that's what that has to do with. Let's grow up. You think Kirk, with all that grift money, would put in more than $500? See Jack Dorsey get rumored that the Bitcoin 2021 that was bad. That was funny as hell. While talking about Bitcoin being the name. You think Kirk, with all that grift money, put more than 500? That's showing what conservatives donated. The top donors.
He said, by having any of this fucks giving money to the boys.
Yeah, no. The top donors to the Matt Walsh AOC GoFundMe right now. I can't remember what that is. I gotta look it up. Why haven't any of these fucks given money to the boys?
Maybe I should start a GoFundMe to fund the demolishing of AOC's grandma's house.
I think it might be in her grandma's house. I have to look it up. I probably ain't got time to do it right here, but that should show it. Laugh my ass off. They think this will stop AOC from calling them a racist.
Yeah.
Never trust a junkie. Junkie not only fucked me over, but totally fucked over Stone. Then he has the balls to bring up his name and say he was trying to help him. Fuck out of here, go pop some pills.
No anyone selling Adderall in Miami.
That was forwarded from Milo, ex-gay good boy. Milo Yiannopoulos.
Okay.
He was gay, then all of a sudden now he's changed. I'm dying, sobering in loneliness and sobriety. I like it too much. Is your dude around? I'm a celebrity. I don't want to drive the Broad Road, goddamn.
Broward, goddamn county. I'll pay literally anything, and I've had 6 conversations like this now with various people. I don't do cash apps. Get a grip, man.
You same for her too. Someone's angry. Maybe try not fucking over your friends. LOL. He says he struggled with addiction and butt fucking. He still butt fucks. He's still a junkie. He still fucks over his friends. What's past tense about that? Maybe someone should ask Roger why he no longer fucks with this. I ain't gonna say that. I get the hand right here. You don't have to ask, I'll tell you. He did something worse to him than Steve Bannon ever could have. Having photos is not creepy at all. Having photos... I think he's talking about Milo right there. Thoroughly enjoyed tonight's banner with the simps for Fags crew in the chat. Really praying for our boy Milo to get over meth-fueled gay orgies and be one with Christ again. This sounds like a eulogy for Andrew Gillum. Good night, people. And there's a picture with Joe Biggs and Ricky Torre, and I'm not sure who that is. All this means nothing if we don't free the boys. Yeah, he's in jail for going into the Capitol. I think that guy, I ain't sure who he is though. Moon's out, goon's out.
These boys. I'm gonna start using that hashtag.
I know. Here in Expert of Civilization, Jihad and the Myth of Modern Islam by researcher Paul Stula. Islam cannot be preserved as a peaceful religion when the Fatwa defines jihad as holy war, which is its fullest sense means actually fighting with deadly weapons. We commend the book, which received backlash from the Muslim Brotherhood, but is offered in Sophie's Corner and on our website.
Well, I'm gonna get on here tonight and look it up.
How you gotta do it? You gotta go DuckDuckGo.
I'll go find Telegram.
Just
I'm gonna
type
make
in
me
the
an account.
DuckDuckGo and Enrique's House of Propaganda. Then he'll take you straight to it. Google won't. Google blocks it.
Yeah.
But it's not some encrypted type of thing where they're trying to overthrow the freaking government. Like right there, you seen.
Yeah.
I went to it by just a search. I didn't log in. I can see everything he's.
Well, before we get done today, anything you want to throw in? Don't forget the 26th.
I did, but I can't remember. There's
the 26th. We're gonna go live from the rally, Lebanon, Kentucky. Johnny Rice, our pick for governor.
You got to win, boys.
Yeah, we need him there. And then hopefully we can pull it off and get Paul Riley on here next week.
Hopefully next Saturday.
Yeah, get him talking. He's the owner.
You know him, man.
Yeah, he's the owner of Patriot Shit Outfitters. He's been rolling with Straw Boss since the beginning. Go to his website. You see up there in the corner, www.patriotshit.com. He's got tack gear, stickers, shirts, Kyle Rittenhouse fundraising stuff, morale patches, and if you use the promo code StrawBoss1776 when you check out, you'll get 10% off your morale patches. That lets him know that I sent him to you. But hopefully we'll figure it out. We'll get him on here next week. And again, if you got a show idea, something you want to hear us talk about, or if you disagree with us and would like to come on and debate, you can hit us up through the Facebook page, or you can email us, KentuckyInfidels@yahoo.com.
Yeah, if you're a liberal and you want to debate, quit being a bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking do it. Don't type weird comments. I don't feel like fucking typing to every one of your damn responses.
Yeah, we get a lot of people that want to until the time comes,
Yeah.
and then they bitch out.
But if you really want to debate, don't write no damn comment, because most I'm going to do is do like one sentence response if I do that. But come on here, we'll talk.
Yeah.
Straight up. We can either cuss each other and we can fight like hell, or we can actually talk like human beings. But I'd give you anything to do that. For real.
All right. Tune in next Saturday, 6 o'clock. Hopefully Paul will be on here. I'm going to get a hold of him. We'll work that out and go shop at Patriot Shit. Have a good rest of the weekend.
Oh, I can do it that way.